Hello students, Jai Hind, very good morning. In our last lecture, we have started optics, okay? And in lecture number 1, we have taken explanation of two topics in detail. First, we have taken an explanation of to understand phenomenon of reflection of light. Then you understood the laws of reflection. Then we targeted the topic at that time, image formed by plane mirror. Now, dear student, today in our lecture number 2, before we start our lecture number 2, the last statement which we have discussed in chapter 10, okay, the last sentence is very important. Reflection and refraction. Now, if you can remember, in our last lecture, I highlighted one point that reflection can take place on any surface. It can be plain, rough or polished surface. It can be rough, uneven surface. It can be spherical surface. That means one thing is clear in our mind, that reflection can take place on any surface. Understand? And to justify this statement, we have taken an explanation of image formed by plane mirror. Now, dear student, we are targeting the next topic, that is topic 2 and 2.1, that is explanation about spherical mirror. This is our target now, okay? We are targeting topic 2, that is spherical mirror. Spherical mirror, and we are targeting topic 2.1 about spherical mirror. That means we will try to understand some important terms, means important definition, okay, for spherical mirror. Now, dear student, first you have to understand one thing, that spherical mirror are also known as curved mirror. We are utilizing the word curved mirror also. Curved mirror means spherical mirror. Understand? Now, dear student, you all know one thing very well. If you want to prepare a mirror, one side has to be blackened or one side of the mirror has to be painted. Okay? Let us discuss in detail about spherical mirror. How the spherical mirror are made, and regarding spherical mirror, some of the important terms which you need to understand. Suppose, dear student, if I draw a hollow sphere here, this is hollow glass sphere. Okay, suppose this is a hollow glass sphere. Now try to understand one very important word, dear student. This hollow glass sphere. Okay, let's make it more curved. Now this is what? This is hollow glass sphere. Hollow means it is not solid from inside, okay? Hollow glass sphere. Are we able to make mirror from it? Definitely. If you want to make mirror from hollow glass sphere, you just have to cut a section of it, like you cut a minor arc from the circle. Similar way, suppose I cut this section, suppose I say AB. This section is separated from mirror. I am showing this section only, AB. Now after this section is removed from the hollow glass sphere, now if you paint it from outside this way, means the outer surface is painted and this is the shining surface, then such type of mirror are known as concave mirror, as you all know. Concave mirror are always curved inward, okay, and their shining surface inside, outer surface is painted. If I take the same section, okay, but if I target to make a convex mirror, then I have to paint on inner side and the outer surface will become a shining surface. This can be called a convex mirror, okay dear student. So there are two types of spherical mirror, two types of curved mirror. One is concave mirror, one is convex mirror, okay. Now dear student, as far as concave or convex mirror are concerned, we have to prepare some of the definitions, okay. And before, as we are trying to understand the definitions for concave and convex mirror, I am keeping the hollow glass sphere as it is, because that is going to help us to define important terms, understand for mirror. Suppose dear student, this hollow glass sphere, okay, must have center like every spherical object has. The center of this hollow glass sphere is known as center of curvature of the mirror, okay dear student. So what I am doing, this is I just wanted to explain you what is concave mirror and convex mirror, but to understand the definition I am drawing one another diagram of concave mirror. See, this is concave mirror, okay, AB, painted outside concave mirror. First definition regarding concave mirror, dear student. For convex also, that both spherical mirror, either concave mirror or convex mirror, both are part of an imaginary hollow glass sphere. The center of the sphere is known as center of curvature of the mirror, okay. So this, see, I am mentioning here, this is center of curvature, okay dear student. First definition clear in your mind? What is that? Center of curvature we define, okay. Few terminology you have to understand. First, that is center of curvature. How we defined it? So every mirror is a part of imaginary hollow glass sphere. The center of the sphere is known as center of curvature of mirror. Okay. Second definition, dear student, that is pole. The symbol for center of curvature you all know C, and for pole that is P. What is pole? Pole means actually the center of reflecting surface is known as pole. Here for concave mirror or here for convex mirror, here this is reflecting surface, here this is reflecting surface. So center of this is called pole of the mirror. The second definition, the center of reflecting surface, remember this, what is that? The center of reflecting surface is called pole. All definitions are no doubt given point wise. Understand in your material under the title 2.1 about spherical mirror. Understand, but it is not given in this way. You have to find it from there. Okay. Center of curvature and pole. Two definition. Third one, dear student, if I draw a line passing through, imaginary line passing through center of curvature and pole, this is what I have drawn, an imaginary line passing through center of curvature and pole of the mirror, which you can call principal axis. Okay. So next definition, next terminology, what is that? An imaginary line passing through center of curvature and pole of the mirror is known as principal axis. Okay, dear student. Now next definition, radius of curvature. Radius of curvature, symbol R. What is radius of curvature actually? So again you have to come back here. Actually it is the distance between pole and center of curvature. Understand, but to define it more precisely, how will you speak? Every mirror means concave or convex is a part of imaginary hollow glass sphere. The radius of the sphere, obviously this is like this. The radius of the sphere is known as radius of curvature for mirror. Okay. So this is the way radius of curvature symbolized as capital R is defined. Now dear student, next definition, that is focus, or sometime called focal point also. Okay. Sometime the word focal point is also utilized, or focus also. What is the meaning of this? That you need to understand. Okay. Now dear student, you all know, suppose you just think of this concave mirror, this is reflecting surface, you all know. And one very important thing, if I draw rays of light parallel to this principal axis, this is one ray. I am not drawing much ray here, only one or two. This is another ray. Both the light rays, both this one, both light rays are parallel to principal axis and becoming incident on the mirror. Try to understand. A ray of light parallel to principal axis, when they are incident on mirror, they get reflected and converge at a fixed point. I am not utilizing the word meeting, I am utilizing the word converge because it's a question of so many parallel rays of light which strikes the reflecting surface of mirror, and after reflection will converge, means aggregate at one point on the principal axis, which you can call principal focus or focal point. Okay, so this is, dear student, by symbol F, principal focus or focal point. Will the same experience, understand, take place in convex mirror? No. In convex mirror, the situation is little different. How? I am just giving you an idea. Suppose this is convex mirror, where inner surface are blackened. Suppose this is principal axis. Okay. Principal axis here, P focal, here center of curvature. What happens in case of convex mirror? It is not like, that's why it is called diverging mirror. What happens? Suppose two rays of light parallel to the principal axis and falling on the mirror, after reflection they will not converge at a fixed point. No, they will diverge from each other this way. One ray is diverging in this direction, another ray is diverging in this direction, but one thing for sure, if they are extended back, understand, they will meet at a fixed point, converge at a fixed point, which is called focus or focal point. Understand? So one thing is clear, definition regarding focal point or focus. What is that? Ray of light parallel to principal axis, incident on reflecting surface of the mirror, after reflection converge at a fixed point on principal axis, which is known as focal point or focus. Okay, dear student. Now if we take the next definition, number 6, that is focal length. Focal length by symbol small f, this is by symbol capital F. What is focal length actually? So try to understand, dear student, the distance between pole and the focus of the mirror, this distance, here this distance, here this one. Distance between pole and focus of a mirror is known as focal length. So dear student, you all know one thing very well, that from P to C it is R, radius of curvature. From P to F it is small f. Is there any relation between radius of curvature and focus? Yes, radius of curvature is always double than focal length. Remember this. Okay, so one another definition still left, a simple definition, that is aperture. Okay, what is actually aperture, dear student? Now you know that if I draw a line, this is the diameter of the hollow glass sphere, but I have cut only this surface, So just this is called the diameter of the reflecting surface. Okay. So this diameter of the reflecting surface is known as aperture of mirror. Understand? So here suppose I want to define which is the aperture. Suppose I say m dash. So this particular distance between m dash is called aperture. To be more precise and accurate, you can say, how will you define aperture? The diameter of reflecting surface is known as aperture. Okay, so this many definition, dear student, are going to help you a lot in understanding various images formed by spherical mirror. But before that, this needs to be very clear in your mind, all definitions regarding spherical mirror. How many terms I have explained to you? So 7 terms: center of curvature, pole, principal axis, radius of curvature, focus, focal length, and aperture. Okay, let us gather, collect it in our mind. The first one, center of curvature. What is that? Every spherical mirror, either concave or convex, is a part of imaginary hollow glass sphere. The center of the sphere is known as radius of curvature of the mirror. Second, pole. The center of reflecting surface is known as pole of the mirror and designated by the symbol P. Third, principal axis, an imaginary line passing through pole and center of curvature is known as principal axis. Radius of curvature, again back to the first. Every spherical mirror is a part of imaginary hollow glass sphere. The radius of the sphere is known as radius of curvature of the mirror, symbolized by capital R. Focal length. Before that, focus. Ray of light parallel to principal axis and falling on the mirror. After reflection, converge at a fixed point on principal axis, which is known as focus. Next, focal length. Distance between pole and focus is known as focal length. Okay. Then, dear student, aperture, the diameter of spherical surface, means here diameter of spherical mirror reflecting surface is known as aperture. So this many definitions are going to help you to understand image formed by concave mirror. But before that, dear student, what is our target? Before you study image formed by concave mirror, because you have already studied image formed by plane mirror, and mind one thing very important: plane mirror only make one type of image only, that is virtual, erect, and of same height, similar height. But it is not the case with concave mirror. If you keep the object in front of concave mirror at varying distances, the image also changes, dear student. So, to understand the image, different image formed by concave mirror for different position of the object, you have to understand at least some of the rays which actually forms the image. That is what we are going to study under your topic 2.1.2. I have written representation of image by spherical mirror by ray diagram. That we have to understand first. Then we will try to understand the image formed by concave mirror. Okay. But first we have to understand that to form the image formed by plane mirror, which ray we are going to target. In case of plane mirror, if we can remember, we have targeted two rays. You just verify the diagram. First ray parallel to principal axis and the second ray inclined to the principal axis, if you can remember. But here, dear student, what you have to do? For representing image formation by plane mirror, you have to understand at least some of the rays which will help you to make the image. It has been given in topic representation of image by spherical mirror. Okay. See, dear student, what you should concentrate. First option. What is that? So we are just understanding in context of concave mirror. The same will apply in context of understand convex mirror. Suppose, dear student, this is concave mirror. Concave mirror, opaque surface. Suppose this is pole of the mirror and principal axis passing through this. Here center principal focus and here center of curvature. You all know, dear student, that image formation take place only when ray of light fall on object, reflects and goes back on mirror. Then and then image formation take place. Understand? So here, which ray we are going to use for formation of image? The first, dear student, if a ray is parallel to principal axis, after reflection from principal axis, it will pass through focus. This is the first ray we will utilize in formation of image. Remember this. Any ray passing from or any ray parallel to principal axis of mirror, after reflection will pass through focus. Similar thing will take place in case of convex mirror. So I do not need to show it to you. Understand? Can you think reverse of this? Yes. If any ray, suppose I just want to show you by diagram, so it can be understood this way. Suppose concave mirror, okay, opaque surface P, principal axis as usual, okay, and after principal axis, so here F and C. Now reverse to that, dear student, you need to think what you have studied here. Any ray parallel to principal axis after reflection from mirror will pass through focus. Here the different, any ray passing through the focus and falling on the mirror, understand, will after reflection becomes parallel to principal axis, exactly contradictory to original. Here rays of light parallel to principal axis, after reflection will pass through focus. Here rays of light passing through focus after reflection become parallel. This is the first ray going to help you to for understanding the formation of image. Okay, second ray, that is, suppose this is mirror. Okay, second ray we are trying to understand, suppose this way. Now this is P. Okay, and this is principal axis. Here is F and here is C. Try to understand a very important fact. Okay, what is that? Any ray passing through, I am just making it a little larger to understand. Any ray passing through center of curvature, dear student, a ray coming from here, passing through center of curvature, after reflection from mirror will reflect in the same direction. Very important fact to understand. The ray was traveling in this direction, but it was passing from center of curvature, so after reflection will pass in the same direction. This is the second ray going to be extremely useful to you. This is a fact universally approved for both the mirror, concave as well as convex mirror. What is that? A ray of light passing from center of curvature after reflection from mirror will reflect in the same direction. Okay, this is the second one. And third one, dear student, suppose this is mirror. Okay, this is principal axis. Here is F and here is C. Now which ray is going to help you now? Suppose, dear student, you try to understand any ray not parallel to principal axis, not passing through center of curvature, but falling on the mirror at some inclination, at some angle. Okay, at some angle, suppose whatever angle it may be, it will reflect, incline by the same angle, understand, of reflection, right? Both this angle, you know that one is angle of incidence and one is angle of reflection, and you all know, and I have stated it again and again to you, that any surface, be it plane, be it rough, be it spherical, follows the laws of reflection, understand? And laws of reflection says that angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. You understood this? So these three rays, dear student, are going to help you in formation of the image. As we take, you will understand that how the image are formed by concave mirror and convex mirror. But before that, dear student, please be very watchful. Before I go for topic 2.1.3, that is image formed by concave mirror, in just now whatever topic I have explained, your homework, see, you note down, your first homework is this: define all term. You will get under this title. This is your first homework. You have to define all 7 term I have mentioned here. This is your homework number 1. Second homework, you will write this topic 2.1.2 completely with diagram, that is representation of image by spherical mirror understand by ray diagram. So two topic before we move to the next in homework. First, you have to define all term you get in title 2.1 about spherical mirror. You will get all definitions. Then 2.1.2 representation of image by ray diagram. So here three rays are applicable for formation of the image. The first one parallel to principal axis will reflect and will pass through focus. Ray passing through focus when falls on mirror reflect and become parallel. Second, ray of light passing from center of curvature and falling on mirror will reflect in the same direction. Third, ray of light falling on the mirror at some inclination, at some angle less than 90 will reflect back by the same equal angle of reflection. Okay, dear student. So this two topic in homework first, and now we are starting the next topic, image formation by concave mirror. Okay, topic 2.1.3 image formation by concave mirror. Topic 2.1.3, that is image formation by concave mirror. As I told you, dear student, in advance, that as far as spherical mirror are concerned, it is not the case that they make only one type of image. Spherical mirror can make different type of image depending on position of objects. So we have to understand it in detail, but for understanding the image formation by concave mirror, one thing needs to be clear, that we are going to utilize three ray, understand, which we have discussed in topic 2.1.2. The first image, see, all are given on page 128. Okay, position of image, dear student, there due to the diagram setting, position of object at is only written. Please write beside that at infinity. Okay, see, first image, I am writing position of object. Where we have to keep the object at infinity. Infinity at some more distance. You understand? Infinity doesn't mean that mirror is in Bhavnagar and you keep object in Sihor. Okay? Infinity means some reasonable distance from radius of curvature. Okay? So position of object at infinity. How we form the image? Try to understand what to draw. First, dear student, every time you target the aperture and draw a simple curved concave mirror this way. You have to show the opaque side of the mirror, and this is pole. Okay, then you will show principal axis. Okay, then here is F and this is C. Dear student, this distance is double than this. So arbitrarily when you take FP, PC has to be double than this, where the object is kept at infinite distance, at infinity. So if I draw the ray of light, they are emerging from the object after reflection, coming from distant. One or two ray I am showing it. One more ray, okay. Now dear student, you all know a very important fact. What is that? Ray of light parallel to principal axis and after reflection from the mirror will converge at a fixed point called focus. So all these rays will converge at this point, focus, okay, and they will make the image here. Image will be formed exactly on focus. So what you can write? Position of image. Position of image. What you can write? At focus. Image will be exactly obtained at focus. And then dear student, nature and size of image, okay. So see dear student, image is formed at focus, and that image which is formed at focus is real, inverted and extremely tiny, distorted image, point like image you will obtain. So there I have written real, inverted and highly diminished. I have written the word real, inverted, okay, and highly diminished. What does it means? Highly diminished means quite smaller image is formed. Understand? So this is first image formation we have studied today. Position of image at infinity, position of object, position of image at focus. What is the nature and size of the image? Real, inverted and highly diminished, okay. Such image formation, dear student, you have to study vice versa. Object at infinity, image at focus. If I ask different question, image is at focus, where the object at infinity. If image at focus, what is the type? Real, inverted and highly diminished. If image is real, inverted and highly diminished, where the object is kept at infinity. So you have to just roll your mind between these three topics: position of object, position of image, nature and size of image. Just go on rolling your brain between these three facts, and you are able to understand and prepare any MCQ asked to you. You draw the figure and start asking the diagram. Remember one more thing, dear student, when you draw the mirror, understand the mirror needs to be not highly curved. You have to show a simple curve. You understood this, okay? So this is the first image formation in today's homework. Two topic I have already given: definition, topic 2.1.2, and from 2.1.3 this image formation you have to do. Okay dear students, so you must have understood the homework for today's lecture. No phone calls for homework. Definition, 2.1.2 topic to be written in detail with diagram, and from 2.1.3 only first one, position of object, understand at infinity. This diagram you have to do, just not diagram. Write position of object, position of image, nature and size of image. Okay dear student, concentrate on the topic of optics. I am going in detail and you have to understand this topic very well. Okay, thank you very much.